network to build relationship. Number 6, integrity is non-negotiable. Your reputation is built on trust. And finally, continuous learning keeps you relevant. Never stop growing. Never stop growing. So the final word for you here is, remember our opening quote. Your qualification may get you into the profession, like we said as we started, but your personal brand often determines how far you go. So aim to build a reputation that speaks for you before you even enter the room. I want you to ask yourself 3 questions today. What do I want to be known for? What do I want to be known for? What am I doing to build that reputation I want to be known for? And number 3, what will I do differently starting today, not tomorrow, starting today? A wise man said, the best time to plant a tree was yesterday. So we are already behind schedule. And the second best time is now. The best time to plant a tree was yesterday. And the second best time is now. So what do I do differently starting now after this webinar? And remember, your brand is being created whether you are managing it or not. So take control of the narrative. Start where you are. Start with what you have. Consistency and authenticity will actually set you apart. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening. And we'll go into the question and discussive section. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for the emojis. Appreciated. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, so we've taken so much time. Appreciated. Thank you, sir. Alabraman Nagodi. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate your emojis. Okay, so let's go. If you have a question, I'm glad I'm not by myself. We have a senior colleague. We have also has others that have the knowledge. So if you have any questions based on what we've shared on this important topic, on branding, personal branding, please go ahead. Maybe you raise your hand so that we'll take the numbering. We'll follow that order so that we'll share some thoughts. If there are questions, if there are contributions or comments, you can go ahead and go ahead freely to share them, but you have to raise your hand so that I can take note of them quickly. And we'll follow that order so that we can be organized. It will not be rowdy. So please raise up your hand if you have any question so we could take them, or any contribution, please. Okay, so we have Mr. T as the first person who is going up next. Before he goes next, let's have your hands raised if you have any question or contribution. Mr. T's hand is up. Number 1. Who is going second? Okay, maybe you're thinking of the questions to ask or what to share. Let's go with Mr. T, please. It's nice to have you, Mr. T. Please go ahead, unmute and speak.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. T. Nice to have you.
Thank you, sir. My first question is that I want to confirm, is this seminar is on recording? Is it on recording?
Yes, sir. It's recorded, so you are covered. It's recorded,
okay.
Sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir. That's my
You're
question.
welcome.
I'll come back for the next question later.
Okay. Thank you very much. All right, Mr. Bright Paul, your hands are up. Please go ahead. Go ahead. You could ask your question.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Paul. It's nice to have you.
Thank you once again for this call. I'm very happy to be here because I've learned a whole lot of these things from this call.
Oh, that's good to hear.
I'm guilty of something that is not here tonight. I've tried to, I think I have to direct my steps one more time. Okay, so where I'm going a little bit confused is the area of selecting your lead, because accounting is broad. If you tend to go to accounting, finance, tax, audits, and the rest of them. So can't a young accountant, is it possible for a young accountant to optionalize all these areas of accounting and this? Is it possible for him to do that?
Okay. I don't know. FCA, sir, I don't know. Can you respond to his question if you don't mind, sir?
Sorry, my attention was a little bit diverted. Can he come again?
Okay, Mr. Bright Paul, please go ahead so that FCA will answer your question. Please go ahead with your question, please, if you don't mind.
Okay, sir. My question is it possible for a young accountant to professionalize the different brands? Because accounting is broad. You have accounting itself, finance, audit, tax, and the rest of them. Now, my question is, how possible is it for an accountant who is confused on whether or you see like you can practice all these things? How do the person choose? Or is it possible for the person to do all the just let's just say the four main broad I just mentioned in accounting? Is it possible for the person to do that?
Okay, I get you correctly. So I think if I understand what you're saying, you're trying to ask how to specialize on a particular area, like having a niche, right? So during the presentation, the presenter made it categorically clear that you need to reflect on yourself and determine what area do you think excites you most, and that is the area you're supposed to focus on and develop on. However, sometimes that area we try to have more excitement working over it may not be the area we may get employment. For instance, now somebody like me, I have never worked in an organization where I have to deal with a lot of taxes. So tax is not my area. Currently, I commenced my career as a branch accountant, where I deal with store items, record daily books, prepare monthly reports, and so on. And now shifted, I worked with a government organization. And during my time there, I discovered that it's not my area. So I have to leave and now join the developing world and try to identify. And that's also, I understand that that's the area of my specialization, trying to work on grants. So right now I can say my niche is a grant, is to be a grant accountant. So sometimes you must have worked in several places, maybe 2 or 3 places. Then you now identify, okay, I think from my experience, my first work or the second or the third work is the area I have most that is where I get my motivation from. So you now just identify which of those jobs you have that excitement for, and you just pick it and start developing on that area. But practically, you cannot just point at any area and say this is what you want to. You must have worked on it practically. So theoretically, you cannot just point, but you must have worked on it practically. So when you have practical experience, it makes it easier for you to select which area you want to specialize on. So I think there are a lot of areas, like my friend said, he specializes on internal audit. And me now, I specialize on grants accounts. So you can specialize on, if you want to be an external auditor, that one is very simple. You just join an audit firm. It's very simple. If you want to be a tax auditor, all you need to do is just have a professional qualification, have the necessary certification, and become a tax auditor. If you want to become a forensic accountant, there are additional certification you need to get and become a specialized audit. In fact, if you want to become a data analyst in financial sector, you can easily get those necessary certification and start becoming a very robust data analyst. And before you know it, you just specialize in that area. So it's just for you to just identify that area and then focus on that and be consistent, like he always said. I don't know if that hits the point.
Yes,
For me, it did.
I got you very well about all these firms and accounting firms. I just say they are into consulting services. They do a whole lot because during my accounting
Mr. Bright, I think Mr. Bright, I'm struggling to hear you. I don't know if
Exactly.
it's
I'm
only me.
about to
I'm
say that too.
struggling. I'm struggling to hear you, Mr. Bright.
As well.
I'm about to say that too. I think his network he has a network
Yes.
glitch.
Yes, he's having network glitch. Mr. Bright, we are struggling to. Okay, please, can you come up with your follow-up question again? Because we struggle to hear you. And Mr. Brahman, please.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes. I think we can hear you now. Just be a bit louder, close to your mic. I think it's your network.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. I think it's a bit clear now. Please go ahead. We can't hear you. I think you are off now. Maybe it's your network. Okay, so hopefully you just keep that second follow-up question. Mala Brahma would like to answer it. Maybe if your network gets better, let's go for the next person because of time. But we'll still come back to you, Mr. Bright. Maybe you log off, log back. Let's see. You're still breaking. All right, I'll get back to you after Mr. Jacob Onoja speaks. Okay, Mr. Jacob Onoja, please go ahead, unmute and speak. We'll get back to Mr. Bright, maybe his network. Mr. Onoja, please go ahead, unmute and speak. Thank you.
Good evening once again, sir.
Yeah, good evening. It's nice to have you.
Thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate your effort and all what you have been doing to us. My question is this, sir.
Yes,
thank you, sir. Yes.
Yeah.
My question is there any reputational damage to a career for staying longer on a job in a particular company for a long time? Even when the company is doing well, yes, sir. Even when the company is doing well, maybe if you decide to change it on the long run, is there any reputational damage, maybe for staying too long on a job?
Okay. I will share some thoughts. Then maybe Mala Abdurrahman can cap it up. I would say no. There's no reputational damage. It depends on your career goal. Now, for me personally, I've set myself that I won't stay more than 5 years in a company. And the highest I've worked in a company is 5 years. But that's personally based on my goal. So in answering your question, no, there's no reputational damage. It depends on what you want. If the company is doing well, you're also achieving your goals. You're also achieving your long-term and short-term goals. There's no reputational damage. You're enjoying the job. You're also growing. You're becoming a better person. I would like to quote Mr. Jim Rohn of blessed memory. He used to say something. He said, don't work to earn a pay, or don't work to really sit down to think of what to get. Work to become somebody better. You see, becoming better, it should be your goal. So if you are becoming better by the day, you're growing, you're developing, you're becoming a better person, adding value, solving problems. You don't have any reputational problems staying in a company for 30 years and retire. You don't have a reputational issue. Now, for me, I have a goal of staying 5 years, move to another place. Why? Because I want to test several industries, to have several experiences. That's my personal goal anyway, so that I'll be able to build up that experience from different perspectives. If I've done internal audit in oil and gas, I'm currently in mining, done it in engineering, done it in healthcare. That's what I'm after. See how it works in different sectors. It's my goal. So I may not want to stay in a place for 10, 20, 30 years because personally, it's not my goal. But if it's your goal, you don't have any reputational damage, please. You don't have any issues. There are people that have stayed in companies for 35 years, one company. They've grown above the ranks and they've done well. They are fulfilled, solved problems, added value, and they are better today. So in answer your question succinctly, no, there's no reputational damage. Sir, FCSR, you want to add something to that?
Yes, let me try.
Okay,
so I think, like you said, there's no reputational damage. However, sometimes work can become monotonous when you keep repeating one thing every day for the next kind of maybe 10 years. So I think I will only encourage you to stay in one organization if you are changing positions. For instance, if you're an accountant, you become a senior accountant, a kind of principal accountant, you are growing. It means your roles are changing. But if you remain in one position for a very long number of years, you may not grow career-wise because you are repeating one thing, you are not learning new things from other sectors. Like Gabriel said, when you move from one organization to other, you tend to learn new things, new skills, new methodology, in fact, new communication skills. In fact, meeting new set of people you report to is another kind of milestone. So, yes. And again, I think I was opportune to be on several interview panels. And then when we look at your CV and discover that you move from one organization to other within a short time, we ask, why do you always move around? So some people will say, yeah, because the pay is not much. So that means, are you working for the pay? That's a very wrong response. So I usually, in my own case, if I've asked that, why did I left the old job and I'm taking this one, I'll tell them, well, I want to have new experiences. I want to meet new people and I want to grow career-wise. So I don't think it's a reputational damage, but it's some kind of stable or makes your career a bit slower than when you move from one organization to other, because the exposure is not the same. It's not the same. Thank you. Over.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much,
Mr. Jacob. Okay. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I really appreciate.
All right. You're welcome. Thank you very much. Okay, Mr. Godwin Oyekachi, please, let's go for you. Please go ahead, share your thoughts.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. It's nice to have you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the webinar. It's well appreciated.
Yeah.
So I have one question and one request. So for the question, let me start with the question. So during your presentation, you did talk about generalists and specialists. So there have been this debate between these two, like which one is better, being a generalist, have a broad knowledge of everything, or just narrow down. So I'd like you to throw more light on which one, although you told the part of, specialists, but I just wanted you to lay more emphasis on it, between generalists and a specialist. Which one do you advise, so that,
okay.
So that is that. Then the other one is a request, and that is, I don't know if you can grant my request. I'd like you to mentor me or tutor me, because I also work within the internal audit of a financial institution. So, and we kind of like share similar things in common. I mean, assurance function, be it compliance, internal control, and all of that, risk. So if, you can add me to the list of your mentees like that. So that's the request part. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Gordon. It's nice to have you. So on your first question, generalist and specialist. So I gravitate towards the specialist more, but my senior colleague would share some thoughts. I think he will add to that. So let me share on specialist. There's a general saying that jack of all trade, master of all, are being master of none, if you remember that saying. Now, that resonates with the fact that specialists in accounting are very important, and that choice is very important. You see, if you're a generalist, you're not going to build a niche. You're not going to carve a niche, and you're not going to specialize. You're not going to be a specialist at something. Generalists in accounting can be for starters. You're starting to find your way around. But you see, as you go deeper and as you grow, being a specialist is very important. Be known for one thing. You see, when it comes to finance, I'm not too into finance right now. But when it comes to audits, risk, compliance, I've built a niche over time on that. I did finance for over 8 years. I was account officer for like 5 years, then moved to branch accountant for 8 years. But currently I've gravitated, or I'm into internal audits I've built for over 5+ years. And that's where I've built the niche. It has made me a specialist to some extent, even though I'm still growing in that area. So it's good to specialize, because it's going to make you carve a niche around several things. I don't just do office internal audits right now. I also do consulting. and I do tutoring. You see, I'm already building my horizon. And currently I'm doing also speaking. And you see, it will make you circumnavigate several areas. Why? Because you've built a niche in a particular area and you'll become a master on it. But if you decide to be a generalist, you know a bit of internal audit, you know a bit of forensic accounting, you know a bit of tax, you know a bit of external audit, you know a bit of crypto accounting, you know a bit of data analytics, you're not going to build a specialization. That's the disadvantage. And that's why I advocate more for specialists. You're going to build a niche and you'll be known for something. Somebody will say, okay, if you want to really pass audit, go and meet Josiah. If you want to pass case study, go and meet Ayomi. You see, that's how you build your brand. Be known for something, and specialization is the only way that would help you achieve that, in my opinion. FCA, sir, I think I've shared some thoughts. I don't know if you want to add to that thought.
Yes, I guess I'm going to be in the middle. I wouldn't advise that you should just be a generalist. I will now advise that you just be a specialist. However, have out of the list of professions or specializations, have an idea of everything. And at the same time, out of those everything, pick one and be very specialized on it. Because by the time you specialize on it, at any point, you may be woken up at the middle of the night and you'll be asked some things. You just hit the nail on the head. But when you are not specialized, you may need to do some revisions. Because probably the last time you work on such kind of area is maybe 2-3 years, and then somebody is asking you, how do you do this, how do you do that? But if it's something you specialize on, you just realize that it's part and parcel of you. So you'll be able to address, most especially in interviews. I used to say this in interviews: if it is the job you are doing, you don't even need to check anything. Somebody can meet you in a bus that, what do you do? This is what I do. Can I employ you? Yes. Tell me this, tell me this. Before you know, you just hit everything. But if you are not specialized, that's why you see some people. Oh my God. Hello?
Yes, sir. We can hear you, sir. We can hear you.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you. I can hear you very clearly.
Yeah. What I'm saying is that somebody can even conduct an interview with you in a bus if you are specialized in that area. And that is why you see in some cases somebody wants to attend or is a candidate for an interview, and then you start preparing, reading this, reading that. It's not necessary. If it's your area of specialization, you don't even need to read anything. You hit the nail on the head on any question you are asked. So that's one of the advantages of becoming a specialist rather than a generalist. A generalist, our brain, we know we have a very large brain. We can have knowledge of everything, but we cannot be specialized on everything. That's my own take on this.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. So, Mr. Godwin, are you okay with those two thoughts we shared?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. So, number 2 request is, yes, is granted. I can mentor you, and I don't really look at mentees as subordinates to me. We share knowledge because I learn also from my mentees. So, please DM me, share your name, share your contact, your emails also. And if you have a LinkedIn profile, excuse me. So if you have a LinkedIn profile, also please share your LinkedIn profile on my DM after this webinar. So let's get started from that. We'll have some conversations, 1 or 2. I'm glad you're also into internal audit. Excuse me. Pardon me. So I'm glad you're also into, thank you. I'm glad you're also into internal audit so that we can share some thoughts and ideas together that will build us up. So yes, your second request is granted. And I'm glad I also have a professional colleague that we'll be building up together. Okay, so I hope you are okay with those 2 responses.
Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. All right. UK, ACA, UK's hands are up. Please, UK, go ahead. That's one of our latest ACAs on the call. It's nice to have you, UK.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. You're welcome to the call.
Okay, my question is on posting, or would I call it content, or posting articles on LinkedIn or any professional um, um, any professional post that has to be made on LinkedIn or any social
media platforms,
social handle or social media handle thereabout. My question is, so like someone like me, I like the last person that asked the question, he said, would you prefer a generalist
specialist?
Or a specialist, right? I would say for 9 years, at least Mr. Josh, you've been able to see my CV. I've been able to gather knowledge in the area of internal control, audit, taxation, and budgeting thereabouts. But basically, right now, I work with a state agency that is in charge of tax collections and revenue compliance and all that. Now, my question is it proper for me if I want to choose that as a niche? Is it am I doing the right thing to choose my current place of profession or my current job as a niche? Because I am looking at if my establishment comes across such posts made by their staff, if they would frown at it. I don't know. And that's why I want to get some knowledge about it.
Okay, good question. Good question, actually. In answering that, I would say no, because what you're posting is actually for contribution. You see, life is about contribution. What are you contributing to humanity? So when you contribute on LinkedIn, depending on the post, whether it's educational, you are increasing our community of knowledge. You are learning and you're also teaching others. So, for example, you work in government, you could just make a post on revenue accounting, cost accounting. You're not making a post on that organization. That would be wrong. I can't come now and say I'm posting on Rosemary's system of internal controls. That would be wrong. But if I say internal controls as a topic, I'm describing internal controls, and I stated some examples, for example, in the mining sector. That's a general post. I'm trying to teach somebody that may come across that post in the mining space. I'm not maligning my organization or exposing my organization. I'm just generally trying to communicate to somebody out there on how to go about something. So in answer to your question, no, your organization will not come after you. I have several posts on internal audit, risk, compliance, but it's specifically not related to my organization. It's generalistic, but it's in a particular field of internal audit, risk management, compliance, the 3 lines of defense, or the 3 lines model as postulated by the IIA.
Sorry, sir.
Yes, please.
Sorry, sir. What I'm asking is,
please,
if I choose taxation as a niche, and working in an establishment that is in charge of taxation or tax collection in the state, that's where my question is coming from. I know that internal control or internal audit is totally different from my place of work. It's just a unit in my place of work. But what I mean is, by choosing taxation as a niche, which can come up with I can come up with a post relating to any form of tax, or I can choose taxation in a particular industry where I have to talk about the kind of taxes that a particular industry. Okay, I can do like the finance industry. I can say I can be making posts on taxes, taxes that finance industries are supposed to pay, how they are supposed to go about it, their dates of filings, their deadlines, the penalties they could face if they don't adhere to the compliance date. Now, what I'm saying is, if I choose that as a niche, do you think my organization will frown at it?
Okay, no. Before my senior will speak, no. Why did I say no? Is because you're speaking about taxation generally and how it impacts the accounting profession. You're not specific to that organization now. The organization will frown at it when you're bringing sensitive information on LinkedIn or on social media about the organization. But if you say taxation, for example, like how do I post on LinkedIn? If I want to post on internal audits, I go to AI. I'll tell it, I want post on internal audits on audit plan. Give me 1 month post for audit plan only. And AI will give me 31 days internal audit posts. And I can use that as my topic to build on every day. So you can say, AI, give me taxation posts for 1 month that I'll be posting daily, several areas of tax. You see, you're not doing it from the organization perspective now. You're doing it generally to enlighten the tax space or the tax community. That's what you're doing. So it's not wrong. So taxation now, it's a current trend, especially with the new tax laws, the new tax rebates and all that is happening. So you can enlighten your audience with a lot of taxation posts without making recourse to your organization. It's very important. So in answer your question succinctly, no. So our FCA, sir, please, will you like to share some more thoughts on that so that she maybe can get some light?
Yes, Madam Eukaria, I think you even have a virgin area to talk about, because there are a lot of information, or let me say expectation gap between the community, what they expect tax to be and what tax is really is.
Exactly.
So, like my friend said, I don't think it's going to affect anything. You are not distributing anything in your organization. However, the way you write your posts can actually tell whether they are going to frown at it or not. But I believe what you'll be promoting is compliance to taxes, because I know how many questions I've received from friends that are not in the finance department concerning these new taxes. And people are even saying, does that mean they'll stop using the bank? They say they'll start charging on their tax on their bank, blah, blah. I say, no, there's nothing of such nature. So people don't really understand these taxes, because our tax system is actually, the administration of our tax is very, very low. You understand? So you can focus on how to encourage people to come and pay taxes voluntarily without being forced, without being penalized, So there's a friendly way of actually collecting tax, which we are actually lacking in Nigeria. So if you can take that as a niche to find a way to friendly tell the people that you can pay taxes of this nature in this way, and these are the advantages. Even though we understand that some of the argument behind these taxes is that what the citizen gets from the taxes, as in terms of infrastructure development and so other things. So you can also look for a way to justify what these taxes actually do and why they need to pay that. So you have a very virgin area where you can settle. However, it's not compulsory that you can build your niche over where you are working. You can also look for a different area and deep dive on that area and be posting over the network on that area. You can take internal control, you can take internal audit. It doesn't mean because you are working in the tax industry, doesn't mean you are an accountant. You have so many areas you can specialize on. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you must focus on taxation. That is my take on this, Madam UK.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. Madam UK, how far?
Thank you, sir.
Are you okay with that? Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thank
you. Yes, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Thank you very much. All right, I can see my Oga's namesake, Mr. Abdurrahman Yusuf Adebayo. Sir, your namesake is here, so you are the one that will even answer his question. All right, Mala Abdurrahman, go ahead, please.
Yes, good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. I want to appreciate the organizer of this webinar. There was a lot of coincidence on this webinar. Actually, was a friend of mine that invited me. At first, I was very reluctant to
I lost you. I think it's your network now. I don't know if somebody else is hearing him, but I can't hear him again.
It's from his side.
Okay, it's from his side. Yeah, I guess as much. Mr. Brahman, I think your network, we can't hear you again. Okay, because of time, we'll get back to him. I think we are running out of time. Oh, it's almost 10 p.m. Mr. Chief Penza, please go ahead before we get Mr. Abdurrahman back on the call. Chief Penza, please go ahead.
Yeah. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. It's nice to have you. Yeah, good evening. Nice to have
you. Senior colleague in the house as well.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for the insight for lecture today. About my question, presently, I am a lecturer. First, I want to ask, it's like this your face, I've seen it on the TikTok where you give research insights. Is that you? You talk about
okay, no. No, sir, okay. I'm not on TikTok. Mala Abdurrahman has been asking me to go on TikTok, but I'll try, but I'm not yet on TikTok yet. Not me.
Now, on the branding, I actually love that. And I'm an accounting lecturer, graduate as well. But over the years, I've made sure I love auditing and financial management. But I worked in a bank for years. Then after a bank, I work at a very company, and I was the chief internal auditor. But I left there and I went to lecturing. And I lecture in accountancy department. And presently, I'm running my PhD. I'm in my finance, in my PhD in accounting, majoring in ESG and financial management. Now, in terms of how do I cut a niche for myself as a lecturer in accounting? And of course, as a lecturer, you have to lecture almost across the courses. And based on my PhD program, I'm trying to leverage on the financial management and the ESG. So, but in terms of branding, how do I go about it?
Okay, thank you very much. So Mala Abdurrahman is a very versatile person. He has a lot of relationship with lecturers. I think I would like him to answer that question because I may not be in a good position. So, sir, please go ahead. Sorry, I'm disturbing you this evening. I know you're busy.
Yeah, so you are pushing the prof to me.
I'm sorry, sir.
Professor Penza. Yeah, what you are saying is actually a general challenge in the academic environment. But I'm happy that before you actually join the academic environment, you have had several experiences in the industry. So, and I used to say that for accountants in the academia, it's very important to have a kind of practical experience of accounting in the real world before going into accountancy, because you can't really teach practically when you just graduated and become a lecturer. You don't really understand the real practicality of accounting. But what you have just said is actually something that is very very hard to crack. I have a colleague in a similar situation. I could remember there was a time that there was this long strike. Gabriel, you could recall when this our colleague in the university, when there was a strike, he now said he wants to leave this work. We now said, okay, let's see your CV. When he brought out his CV, you know what I told him? I said, you are not employable.
Exactly.
Yes, unfortunately. Do you know what is on his CV? It's just showing that yes, he has so article, he has published this paper, he has published that paper. We want to see experience. How have you impacted in industries? What are your practical examples in the industry? But his experiences are just paper publication, national journal, blah 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 blah. You know, he has been HOD, he has been assistant examiner, blah blah blah. So these are things that cannot work in the practical world. So in your own case, I think the only way I feel you can stand out is to open a consultancy firm. You can open a consulting on ESG and financial management, and you can always leverage on this platform to be posting items on that. One day, you'll be surprised somebody will consult you on something similar to this and you need your service. And again, you can also start posting content on this, your area of specialization, on YouTube and other platforms, and you can gather a reasonable number of followers and create a very large network where you can actually grow. But this field of accountancy, I used to say that your reward is in heaven, and you have reward on earth, but you have reward in heaven, because what you are doing actually is not financial. It's more of a kind of developmental or humanitarian service. So, but however, with that field, you can actually stand out. We also have colleagues that are in this field and have audit firms.
Yes.
Yes, sir. If you remember our prof in the department, he has an audit firm,
Yes.
and he's a lecturer. So he's leveraging on his students' connection, getting what they call it, getting clients, and still moving on. So it's doable actually.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, sir. I love that, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. But at the same time, sir, on that now, I want to say one of my guys when I was doing my masters, he also a FCA, and he opened for years. He's no lecturer. For years, he does not have a consulting firm. One of my colleagues in the same class then, as MSc class, told him, why don't you open a consulting firm, audit guy? And the lecturer listened and accepted and opened one in Ijebu. So he works from lecturing, then you resume at the office. But I think one of the icon, maybe, I don't know, policy or something, you cannot be running the two things. You are in the academic and you are running, you are in two legs, in academic at the same time in field. So, and I think they've challenged him, and I think ICANN does not really accept that. I don't know if it's correct, but he had to close the consulting firm. He closed it because they were not giving him that space to practice. You are in lecturing, at the same time want to practice. That is not doable. So that is where, and he closed because I've been there. I've been to his office several times to work with him. But at the same time, he had to close it. So in this way, you're advising, sir. I don't know if it's still, I don't know. I'm just curious.
Ms. Chief Penza, I think you didn't get me correctly. I didn't say audit firm.
No, I know.
You know,
I'm just using
audit,
that.
And I understand. So audit firm is more of a specialized and strictly law. You know, there are law guiding some of this profession where you can be a consultant without having a practicing license. So, but when you are holding the practicing license, there are a lot of do's and don'ts actually. But if it is just a consultancy outfit, you don't even need ICANN certification for that. Just open your consultancy outfit and specialize on the area you want to specialize. You can be doing advisory services. You can be training people on financial management. You can be training people on ESG and so on and so forth. You can specialize on training because you're already a lecturer. So that wouldn't even be a challenge to you. But if you want to have an audit firm, I believe you have similar challenge like your senior colleague had. So that is it.
Okay, I think it's okay now. I'm fine. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. It's fine, sir. I appreciate that.
All right. Thank you very much. I know the questions I cannot handle, so I'm already covered. Namesake, Mala Abdraman, I think you are back now. Can we have you? Yes, please. Go ahead. Namesake.
Yes. It has come, so it distorted the thing. So thank you so much. I really appreciate this call. So I said I wanted to talk more on it because particularly that I see my namesake is here. We have a lot of things in common. It was just very fortunate that at least it's coming this way because I had him mention that he work in a development space, which I do as well. So it's not really my just to contribute anyway because a lot of discussions that come up here I resonate with me a lot. So I remember when Malam Brahman said that when you guys completed the NYC, you were putting up an application, more than 100 applications, and you were able to secure a job. Yes. So that's exactly what happened to me. In fact, the company I got a job, I I have not even finished my NYC. I didn't even know they were checking up on me. You understand? So I was applying. There was so many negative response, but I never. That never discouraged me, and that was how I got all my job. I think I've been in the sector for more than 10 years now, and I've worked across organizations like three. This is my third organization, anyway.
Wow.
So I've been in finance, working in finance department, but the grant aspects, I've not really done so much on it. So that was the reason why I said that Malam Abdurrahman will also be a mentor. In fact, the person that invited me here chatted me up and said, I'm already in the call. He saw one Yusuf Abraham. I said, this guy is just, this is not. I said, I'm not here yet. So, but of course, nice meeting you guys. The developer is this is a professional space, and we get to meet each other and share our experience and knowledge together. Thank you so much, and over.
Yeah, thank you very much for that. It's nice sharing your experience. And part of the reasons for our branding is also networking. So it's good we are networking together. I'll get to also chat with you privately since I've met you now. So that's what this space is about. It's networking, and networking, get to meet people. I don't know who among you will employ me tomorrow. I don't know. Some of you can employ me based on recommendation. So it's good. FCA, sir, maybe you'd like to add some thoughts on your namesake's what he just said.
Yeah, I don't have much to say. I will just say, my namesake, you are highly welcome.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, Chief Penza, your hand is still up. You still want to say something?
No. Sorry, no.
Okay, it's the whole hand. All right. I think I'm missing Bright Paul. He had a follow-up question. Mr. Bright Paul, you had a follow-up question for Malam Rahman. I don't know if you want to share, if you are back now. I think I skipped you. Please pardon me. Mr. Bright Paul, will you like to go with your follow-up question again? Pardon me, I think I skipped you.
Okay, sir. My question was answered along the line why you said that we can specialize on something while we have a general knowledge of other things. So I'm okay now. Although
okay.
I will still come on your DM. I will chat you on your DM, sir.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for that. Thank you for pardoning me. I didn't forget you. Okay. Mala Habib Yunusa, your hands are up. Please go ahead.
Good evening, sir. Mr. Josiah.
Yeah, good evening, Mala Habib. It's nice to have you.
Good evening, Mr. Yusuf. FCA, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you for the insights and everything. And thank you, Mr. Josiah, for the audit you have been taking also. I'm part of the professional students you're taking. So, I wrote my last paper, the last this thing, hoping will be chartered this week by the grace of God.
Amen.
Amen. Yeah, me too.
Yes, sir.
Very much for your insight. I really appreciate. So actually I currently work as a reconciliation officer in a finance firm. So then at a time, in fact, I went on a career break to do business sometimes. So then I later get back to this paid job just because the business is not doing well. So but now I'm at a crossroad whereby I feel which other way, like where can I specialize? Like, is it financial reporting? Is it audit? Because I don't know why. I just love audit. I don't know. So, but I don't have actually have experience in audit line. So I've been working as an account officer, account officer, cash officer. Then where I found myself now, which is a conciliation. Before then, I resigned. I've resigned like 2 times. I went for business like 2 years back. I came back, started as a conciliation officer. So I've been in conciliation now for over 3 years. Now, so I feel I don't need to be doing conciliation again just because I'm repeating the same thing, right? So I feel probably reporting or audit, but I don't have knowledge about internal audits. And so I'm at the crossroad now. So for the financial reporting, I'm doing part. In fact, I did one of the subsidiary FS this last audit we did. So I did one of the subsidiary financial statements. So, but still, I still don't know. I'm at a crossroad, like I say. So I don't know how what you can just say for that. Thank you very much.
All right. It's nice to have you, Mala Habib Inusa. It's nice to have you. And it's a good question you ask. And very soon, hopefully, you qualify. I hope the result comes out favorable. I believe, inshallah. So what I would say is internal audit is good. Internal audit is an area I'm also passionate about. And you also said you love, because your passion is also a pointer to where you're going to thrive. So if you're passionate about internal audit, you've done reconciliations, and some of the areas of internal audit has to do also with reconciliations, checking what management has reconciled if it's correct, and it's tallying with exactly the system, tallying with the bank, tallying with bank statements and all that. So you have that niche you could build around internal audit. So business is good. You said you've done some business and you've come back to paid employment. Well, you're actually building a lot of experiences. You understand how businesses work, and you understand how systems also work. So it's good that if you want to take up a job, take up maybe an internal audit officer job. If you're applying for roles, like I post on a particular professional platform I have on WhatsApp, jobs, you see a lot of internal control officer jobs. If you're not on that platform, I encourage you to get to the platform. You can reach out to me on DM. I'll share the link with you. There are a lot of internal control officer jobs. Start from there and you build up. I started off as an account officer supervised by a branch accountant, grew to become branch accountant in another company, and I started as internal audit officer in a little place as accountant and audit officer, then built to an internal auditor, main auditor. Then currently I'm a senior internal auditor. So start from the scratch. Even the pay is not that much, you just get experience 1-2 years, then you move. It's good to build a passion around something you love. So if you love internal audits, your business you're running may not be able to, or may not need an internal auditor now. And since you're not currently doing the business, you can apply for a job that needs an internal auditor. So leverage your reconciliation experience to get that job. That would help you to be able to build around the internal audit. So you are at the crossroad now. I would suggest you begin to apply jobs around internal audits within your vicinity. There are a lot of needs around internal audits. A lot of companies, SMEs, large companies need internal auditors. Why? Because they provide assurance. So they need that defense for somebody to be able to check the people preparing financial information. So internal auditors are needed so much. So I think that's my advice to you. Begin to apply for jobs, then begin to learn. We are together in the same community, so you can reach out to me. I think you've even reached out to me on DM. So if you have any issues around internal audit frameworks, the IPPF, the Institute of Internal Auditors that guard internal auditing, I will help you out with a lot of materials to help you kickstart that passion or that area of internal audits. I don't know if you're okay with my response. I don't want to disturb FCA, so he has been speaking.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. In fact, for the LinkedIn stuff that you are actually telling us now, so I began LinkedIn, I think, right from 2018 or something, and I've gained about 9,000 followers. So
wow.
I'm hoping
incredible.
we get 10,000, because I think I stopped when I started business. So the team has been calling, so the followership has been calling. But I know probably if I get back my ACA, then I will resume back to my posting, because I do enough postings there. So like I'm looking up to you guys. So thank you very much.
Me, I'm beginning to look up to you. I'm just 4,000 followership now. You're already 9,000. Please share your LinkedIn profile with me. I beg you. Let me begin to follow you. You're already 9,000. You've doubled my connections now. You're really good. You're really good. I like that. So please, let's connect. Please share me your LinkedIn profile. Let me follow you so that I can also learn from you. Thank you so much for that. Incredible. Incredible.
Thank you, sir.
All right, you're welcome. Okay, Dr. Akpan, please let's go for you. Then we'll go for Mr. Olufemi, and we'll have to shut down. It's already almost 10:30. We're enjoying the conversation, but we have to close. Tomorrow is Monday. So please, let's have these last two questions and we shut down. Okay, so Mr. Dr. Akpan, please go ahead. Yeah.
Thank you, sir, for all good job being done by you. You have really made me a mentor, a good mentoring for me. And I thank God. You know, I need to share my experience. Since after my youth service, I've been in audit firm. Throughout my period, I've not really experienced outside job, but only auditing. I think I have a niche for that because auditing is good, and you know it makes you expand your scope of knowing inside of the accounting. That's why I am even in the auditing firm right now. To tell to somebody to tell me come and work here, I will not really want to, because I want to have my own personal firm also. So at least you really made me to stand out, and we are expecting the good result. You know, before I stayed for a while without trying this stuff because I was still working in the audit firm. But a friend, just like what you mentioned, the connections, he told me, look, you can do this thing, because I saw money in it. But my friend said, look, you need to sit down. Let's do this thing and get it. Why don't you start and write the exams? And I said, it's true. I entered it. The first one, I finished the skills. I didn't waste time. I entered the finals. I registered for 5. You say your head will bust. I say it will not bust. How will it bust? I can go. I can do it. Then I hit it up and I got 3. The almighty 3. So remaining these 2 that I know is done. So it is always a good thing, because on accounting is a nice thing. Even in my PhD, my lecturer says you should go for taxation, because every time you are in tax, specialize in taxation. I say, okay, now my specialized field is taxation now. So I'm very, very grateful. Accounting is sweet. It's nice to belong to the family. That's why as Oga Yusuf, I've been seeing him in his work, because I've been going around the all accounting online to make sure I can grab. I saw when they gave him award of excellence for what I think Apex. It should be in Apex. So award of excellence, and you know, I've been following him, seeing what he's doing. He's been doing good. I said, wow, this man is good. So I'll say, FCA, I greet you, especially for that, for the good job you have done. You have really helped a lot of accountants throughout Nigeria, maybe outside also. God bless you. Amen. You are doing well, because I know you are my mentor. You have been pushing and pushing. Even when we wake up by 4 a.m. to prepare you to start, I said, I can't miss your class because of how you lectured. It was interesting. I said, thank you. God will continue to bless all of you in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Thank
Amen.
you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for those thoughts. We appreciate that. And that's the essence of this call, to share experiences. We appreciate your experiences, and thank you for sharing them with us. It really resonates. Thank you so much, Dr. Akpan. Thank you so much. All right, so let's have you, Mr. Femi. Please, can you go ahead? I think that will be our last conversation, so we could shut down. Mr. Femi, please go ahead.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. It's nice to have you. I can hear you.
I want to sincerely appreciate the organizers of this webinar. God bless you all in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Please, sir, I actually have a number of issues I want to discuss. So I don't know, probably this have been enough for us to discuss it, or I should DM you for some other.
Okay, because of time, I will suggest you DM, but yeah.
Okay. I finished as a secretarial study. Then it was, the name was changed to Office Technology and Management, and I'm actually trying to cross over to accounting. I did I'm also awaiting my final exam this week by the grace of God.
Result.
results also. So in my skills, I did audit also, and I had 82 then in the skill.
Wow.
So when I attempted my professional exam, my first attempt, it was only audit that also passed. I failed all the remaining four, so I attempt the remaining four, which I'm explaining the result now. So what I'm trying to say actually is that I'm trying to move from that secretarial study to accounting, but I work in a financial institution, and the challenge I'm having is that because of the HND, this BSc dichotomy, HND dichotomy, so it really affected us. So which actually affected us, and we have been in that position for some time. So, but it's like the only escape, the only way escape is to have the ACA, which by the grace of God I'm looking out for. But I'm also looking at the age aspect of it, because most organizations will say that 40 years is the maximum or something. So I'm also looking at that area. So trying to escape that age bracket issue also with the awaiting result I'm having. So I just need your advice on some area, and also in that line. Then also concerning the issue of specialization, sir, I it's like I have passion in making inquiry, making investigation, all this stuff like that. But I've also realized that I also have passion in investment, accounting, all this stock exchange, all this. So it's like I'm having a passion for them also. So I just need your guide in all this area, and also to leverage also in case this in case the organization I'm working on probably they didn't consider me with even with the result of everything, probably because of age or something. So probably there's another platform that I can just leverage on or something. Thanks, sir.
Okay, you're welcome, Mr. Femi. So nice to have you. And if I caught your thoughts very well, you're speaking to the fact that you started from secretarial studies, and that's good. They are a bit related with accounting. It's about bookkeeping and a lot of office work. So they are quite related, and it's not far-fetched. Then the HND BSc dichotomy, it's not an issue. I think it has been abolished by now, if I'm not wrong. There's no...
It's still there, sir. It's still there.
It's still there. Oh, really? Really?
Yes, sir.
I thought it's been abolished.
Yes.
That equality is there now for HND and
but what
BSc.
I heard was that that it has been abolished for the military and paramilitary, but other sector is still there.
Oh, okay.
Even the
I think UK wants to say something.
is still there.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. So, like you said, you can leverage your ICANN. ICANN is actually a bridge builder, so ICANN will help you bridge that gap. So it's good you're working towards the ICANN, and I think with ICANN it will silence a lot of that dichotomy, because if you have BSc or HND and you don't have ICANN, you'll be utterly limited in the career space today. So it's good you're pursuing ICANN, and ICANN will help you silence all the critics around the BSc HND dichotomy. Then the area of specialization, like I said earlier, it's good since you have that of investigation and forensic. So once you qualify, I will suggest you join the CFAN. There's this specialization area. Okay, UK, I'll come to you quickly. There's this CFAN, the Chartered Forensic Accountants of Nigeria. It's actually expensive. I think it's almost 500 to go through all the modules. But if you want to specialize in forensic accounting, ICANN has that special arm where you could leverage on. So once you qualify exams, even if you write exams, it's just exams of attendance. I think you should leverage on that to specialize in investigation. But if you want to do audits, whether internal or external, audits for external, you have to go through an audit firm. Then for internal audits, you maybe start with a company where you are their internal auditor in the internal audit team. Then you consider certifications like CIA or CISA. So that's how you build on specializing in those areas you mentioned. Yeah, that's how you build in specializing in those areas. Then for the financial institution you're working, I would like to say that don't stay too long there, so that you can have varieties of experiences. Like you had Malam Abdraman say that to have a variety of experiences is good to move. it's good to move. But if you are growing in that same financial institution from level to level and you're learning new things, you're becoming a better person, it's fine. You can stay there. But then I won't want to stay in one place. I like to move so I could get varieties of experiences. And I think that will help build your brand better. So I hope some of those thoughts I shared, and you can also reach out to on DM so that we can elongate the conversation more so that I can get into specifics for you. I hope you're okay with that, Mr. Femi.
All right, thanks, sir. Lastly, sorry, I didn't add this together actually. I in the process of just trying to navigate myself. So I did BSc actually, top of BSc, which I have the certificate. Though
fantastic.
I've not created a physical copy, but I've completed that one, which is ready for collection. So I just say let me just chip in the chat.
Oh, fantastic! Congratulations. That's a good one. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Okay, UK, that's the final person. We are shutting down after UK. UK, please go ahead, Madam UK.
Sir, it's not a question. I just wanted to chip in something based on what you just said with the question he asked about HND, BSc dichotomy. I am also a HND holder. So I just overheard him saying that he also did a BSc because I wanted to suggest to him that there are some universities who are doing top-up programs where he can do, I think, a year and 6 months or 2 years so that he can be able to get his BSc. Because even with ICANN, there are some establishments that you can't get to a certain position unless your first degree is accounting. So that's just what I wanted to say, sir.
Thank you so much. I appreciate this here. Thank you for the contribution. All right, so we'll stop here. Please, if you have any other questions, reach out to us on DM. And if you need Madam Abdulrahman's contact, I'll ask him. If he permits me, I'll give you for mentorship, for questions. He's very vast and very experienced. And you also have my contact. Reach out our network. There are a lot of people also. I'll also reach out to you. So let's network. Let's make our profession build our brand in this profession and make sure we do very well. So as we stop here, I would like to have a very short closing remark from the FCA himself, Mal Abdurrahman. So please go ahead and shut us down by a word so we could close in this session. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Gabe. I wish to thank all our colleagues for staying throughout the webinar. And I want to appeal to the presenter to also take another area on mentoring, because somebody like me, that is one thing I missed in my career path. I never had a mentor. And at a point, I started discovering that I would have done better if I had a mentor. So maybe if you can have time to also have a webinar like this on mentorship. I think, I don't know if I'm speaking the mind of the participants here. So yes, we do a long way to assist others. Yes. So, but by and large, I think we have had a wonderful presentation, and I wish all of us a very wonderful night rest. Thank you. Over.
Thank you very much.